Hello everybody. Today I thought I would try to demystify the WBS, the work breakdown structure. The reason for that is that I've seen many of your comments and they're really good. Is it a project plan? How do I use it? When do I use it? Does it have deadlines? Does it have dates, timeframes? Who do we use it with? So some really good comments and observations. So I thought, well, let's have a look at this because actually it's almost foundational. It can be that helpful. One writer said that managing a project without a WBS is like going to a strange land without a map. So let's have a look at it. At its simplest, it's just a list of all of the tasks, the activities that we want to do in a project. What are the activities, the tasks that are going to get us from A to B? And you may say, oh, but we already have a logical framework, or we might have a results framework that's got all of the activities. Yes and no. Tools like logical frameworks will have the direct activities of your project. Might be capacity building or lobbying or whatever it is. So, it's not comprehensive. Logical frameworks are not designed to have all of the internal support activities. Those reports, unfortunately, won't write themselves. Finance, procurement, recruitment, all of the support functions, all of those tasks need to be included as well. So we're trying to get our list to be comprehensive, to cover all of the work that is needed in the project. But we also need it to be detailed. And sometimes you see the word decomposed used as well. It's broken down. And it's broken down into enough detailed tasks to help the implementers to implement. If it doesn't help the implementers, what's the point? So, the WBS helps us develop this detailed and comprehensive list of all of the tasks we need to do. And there are two expressions of the list. One is a list. The other one is called the graphical format. And the graphical format of the work breakdown structure, you can see it as a series of sticky notes or blocks or whatever you want to call it, and that's in a hierarchy. And at the top, we have our sort of the biggest picture. It might be a project, part of a project. It might be an outcome or an output. It could be a deliverable. It doesn't really matter. So you might say, actually, I need to have this report submitted. Or it might be that I want to, I'm trying to plan a party. Whatever it is. You know, the biggest bit goes at the top. And then you say, okay, if I want to plan a party, what do I need to do? Oh, well, I need to think about the food. I need to think about the drinks. I need to think about the venue, etc., etc. Oh, okay. Well, if I need to think about the food, what do I need to do? Oh, well, I need to choose a menu. Okay. I might need to choose a caterer, or I might decide to do it myself. I might need to choose recipes. But if I want to choose recipes, I might need to think, well, who's coming? Are there any food intolerances? So you're breaking these tasks down so they're becoming more detailed and they're covering all of the work of your project. The reason I like the graphical format is when you do this in a participatory way, and that is important. If I do it by myself, I can do it, but it will only be my perspective. And if you do use the graphical format, you can do it with sticky notes, which are the project manager's best friend. And you can just brainstorm ideas. What do we think? What's the work? We wanted this party. What do we need to do? And you just write it down, stick it on the wall, and then you can start rearranging it as well. And because you're doing it in that graphical, participatory way, it allows people to really understand. Okay, I see. Oh, I see how that links to that. Oh, but if we want that, we need to do this as well. So it's a great vehicle for getting a shared understanding of all of the work that you need to do. And if you bring in colleagues who support the projects, well, they probably have a better idea of the different tasks than maybe the project staff do. I have seen very many projects that were late before they had started because the schedules have been developed with no participation, so the lead-in times were wrong, recruitment times were wrong, or whatever. And so the work breakdown structure is a really good vehicle to get that understanding. Additionally, I found that many support staff really like it because they can then see how their work is contributing to the work of the project, the program, and the organization. And that can be very motivating for people as well. So I always say that the work breakdown structure, it's a tool, but the process is almost more important. So it's a tool and it's a process. Is it the same as a project plan? Not really. The project plan will definitely have dates and deadlines, and the work breakdown structure doesn't need that. However, the work breakdown structure is almost like the building blocks of what is going to be your plan. And we're going to look at some of the tools, network diagrams, critical path, Gantt charts, that will become your schedule and your plan. But if you think about it, if we want to sequence activities, if we want to budget and work out how much the activities cost, if we need to work out which activities come first, which come second, well, if we don't know what those activities are, if we don't have the building blocks in place, it means our schedule will probably be unrealistic and our plan will probably not be very helpful. So the work breakdown structure can be a phenomenal tool. It can be very helpful, but it's a process as well as a tool, and it's a great opportunity for participation and trying to do what many of the tools are doing. They're trying to develop a shared understanding before you move forward in the project. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Do let me know if there are any questions. Bye for now.